Teaching is an art form, it is a skill, and it is something worth investing in and developing. The Teach with Power 4-part masterclass is covering those cornerstones of incredible transformational teaching and learning. Now, you might notice that I'm using that phrase a lot, teaching and learning experience, because one of the biggest errors we make as neophyte teachers or teachers who haven't necessarily had the investment in their own capacity to transfer knowledge is that we are obsessed with our curriculum. We are hyper focused on getting through all of the amazing content, which, sidebar, is usually overpacked, right? An overpacked teaching schedule is one of the biggest mistakes that teachers make. We can only receive certain amounts of information in a certain time period, and we often, out of insecurity or self-doubt or not understanding good pedagogy, will cram our curriculum so full that our students are just left in this freeze because there's just way too much going on. But teaching and learning is the phrase I use because we have to not be just hyper focused on our own role as a teacher. This is the curriculum, I got to get through it, this is what I've got to do, how am I doing, am I getting through it all? And we forget about our students. We forget about the learning experience. So great teaching starts with thinking about how do I make this as potent a learning experience as possible. A great teacher gets over themselves and gets out of the way to offer that optimized learning temple for their students. And how do we do this? Well, that is all going to depend on what you're teaching and how you want to teach it, which are choices, pedagogical choices you need to make. It's not just about designing great curriculum. That's the easy part. But you're not writing a book. You are delivering something either live or pre-recorded or in person or online, however you do it. And so we need to think about what will take this knowledge from a purely cranial brain activity to an embodied learning experience for our students. Now, my pedagogical choice with the Institute is always the learning by doing, the embodied, immersive, experiential transfer of knowledge. So I will share some theory and then I will back it up with a practice or a process that will allow the student to come into an embodied ownership of that knowledge. So we cannot simply talk about it. We have to give the conditions for change to our students to create that incredible teaching and learning experience.